Politician, so he's decided to do something about it. Please join me in welcoming Alexander Snitker.
Thank you very much. I sell office equipment during the day. I don't know how to take bribes. I don't know how to spend your money for my own personal gain, nor do I want to learn how to do that. I want to represent you for the United States Senate here in the state of Florida. Now, I'll tell you, like I said, I'm a regular person, but I'm a former Marine, and I can tell you unequivocally that I have the determination to get the job done. What I would like to do for the state of Florida is to actually change the way that the laws are being set up in Florida. Not in Florida, but in the rest of the country. I'd like to start off with where we're currently at right now. We currently have special interest groups that have been taking over our politicians for some time now. We need to bring that to a quick end. And the best way to do that is actually change the laws to make sure that the government, the federal government, fits back within the Constitution. The best way we can do that is actually with taxes. Now, you've heard the people talk about the fair tax tonight, so I don't really need to tell you any more than that. We need to get that implemented into law, and we need to get it implemented into law as soon as possible. And not a flat tax, but a fair tax. We need to move to consumption-based taxation. Also, 49 out of the 50 states in this country run with a balanced budget. Why does the federal government think that they shouldn't have to run by that same rule? How are we going to spend our children's and our grandchildren's money now, especially right now? So we need to have a balanced budget amendment in this country as soon as possible. They talked a little bit about energy independence in this country. Other speakers have talked about energy independence. This is a national security issue. We need to develop every and all form of energy that we can possibly develop, whether it be nuclear, oil, natural gas, or renewable energy. And if we're going to develop renewable energy, the end goal should be that we actually develop this technology and give it to the people so they can actually fend for themselves and actually be able to create their own energy instead of having to go to the government to get your energy as well, or to the energy companies, I should say. We also need to overall reduce the size of the federal government. We need an immediate freeze of all forms of government spending, and we need to use the Enumerated Powers Act, which is the act that would make them state the part of the Constitution that gives them the authority to make this rule and go through every bill that is coming up and also every bill that is passed, so we can systematically, brick by brick, take all the unconstitutional parts that the federal government has done and return it to fit with inside the Constitution. We also need to understand how our money is created. Right now, our money is created out of thin air by an unconstitutional organization called the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is not a public organization, it is a private bank. Private banks. And we need an audit to find out where our money has gone, and a plan in which we're going to end the Federal Reserve and return the constitutional authority of printing money back to the Treasury.
Yeah! Woo!
We also have to understand that as a country, we've been spending much more money than we have. And that we all need to understand that we need to get rid of a lot of different places right now that are spending our money, a lot of different organizations. We also need to understand that the current foreign policy that we have is not in line with our founders' beliefs. We need to begin to bring our troops home in the areas that are in the troops that are in non-combat areas. Germany, Japan, we need to start bringing these troops home. We also need to understand that we're not the policemen of the world. We should respect other sovereignty as we expect and demand those to respect our sovereignty. When it comes to foreign aid, we also have to understand that we may have good intentions as a country when it comes to the foreign aid that we give to other countries, but there's bad consequences that can come from that foreign aid. So it would be better if we let those countries deal with their own situations and let the people within those countries rise up and replace their own tyrannical governments and replace them with a constitution that matches ours. We can achieve this, though, with renewable types of energy. If we become an exporter instead of an importer and export this type of technology to other countries, we will utilize the free market to make the world a better place and to take the power away from those tyrannical governments overseas and return them back to the people. In this race, you have a lot of different people that are out there. You have Republicans, you have Democrats, you have the Constitution Party, you have Libertarians. I think you should not look at the label or the party that these people belong to. I think you should look at the individuals that they are. And I think if there was ever an election in which your principles should be the only thing that you vote for, it should be this election right here. The lesser of two evils has gotten us to this position today. And if we continue down that road, then there is no turning back. We are at a pivotal moment in this country, and we need to make a decision. Are you going to vote your principle, and that's it? Or are you going to vote with the party line because that's what you think you should do? If you want to donate to my campaign or to any other campaigns, please go to their websites and donate to those campaigns. You find the person that represents you and you donate to them, please, because the grassroots candidates need your help. There's establishment candidates, and those people are getting money from special interest groups. Go look and see where they're getting their money from. If somebody's getting millions of dollars, I would check to see where that money was coming from and to see how many people were donating to those individuals' campaigns. But if you do want to donate to my campaign, I will tell you that they do have a new service called texting, which is a really cool thing. You can actually text Liberty to 27138 if you care to make a donation to the campaign. Make sure you put the amount afterwards. But I thank you very much for allowing me an opportunity to speak here today, and I want you all to have a great day.